Hey, beloved. Yeah, I know I got on the same outfit, but I'm doing my thing. Thank you for being with me. I'm Phyllis Rigel Cowan, and this is Warring in the Spirit. And today's topic is Your Calling is Calling. Now, can you believe I sat up here and I got down in this video talking about your calling is calling. And then, for some reason, it paused and it was totally gone. It's lost. But that's all right. It's going to be even better this time. This is the time for you, me, and all of God's children, or people that believe in the higher power within, to do what they need to do to create a new venture in life that will create an income. You're already doing it. All you need to do is just step out in faith and just do everything that you're already doing. Every day you wake up, you're waking up with that zeal, that passion, that love for something that you're doing on a daily basis, and you just love it, and you're always finding new ways to be creative with it. And you might be just doing it as a hobby or as a passion and not making money off of it. But guess what? That's your calling. Your calling is calling. Your calling is calling. It's your calling. It's your calling. Take it and run. Let it be a blessing to you. You are not going to have the people supporting you that you think, even the ones that you're probably doing now, passionately providing a service for, whatever it is. It could be an organizer. It could be someone that's a fashion designer, or most people are really good with plants. Some people are exceptional at horticulture or landscaping, or man, I could think of so many things. But just keeping it simple, whatever it is. Some people are awesome at baking cookies. I can't bake cookies. A couple of them, butter cookies, and maybe some chocolate chip cookies occasionally because they come out like rocks. But I'm good at cooking, and I'm good at baking, and a few other things. I make gift baskets. But I want to say this to you, a very, very important statement. If you love what you do, whatever it is, that is your passion, that's your calling. Some of us go to work every day, and we hate to get out the bed. We hate to go. We hate to even talk about the job because it's not, you're doing it because you need to pay your bills. Everybody's got responsibility unless you are a vagrant. And I think they even have a responsibility to even make sure they have food to eat. So I'm not putting anybody down. We all have responsibilities, but if you're out here and you're doing something and you're doing it in love, don't expect those people that you're providing your services to, because you enjoy doing it, to be supportive of you when you ask for a monetary amount for it. You are deserving. You are more than deserving. I had a gift basket store in the mall some years back, and I want to tell you, who do you think supported me? Not anybody I knew. And everybody you know always want the hookup. I don't understand what that is. And nobody wants to pay. If it costs me $5 to make it and you want to pay $1, if it costs me $5 to put the product, whatever the product is, in the basket, and you want to pay me $1, I'm not getting paid for the product, and I'm not getting paid for my time or the decorations and everything else that makes it look beautiful to create a basket. So you have to acknowledge that there is somebody out there that's going to respect and appreciate you, your talent, your passion, and your zeal for what it is that you do. But it's not going to be the people that's right up under your nose. Not going to be the people that you've been sharing your passion with. They're not the ones. They're going to always want something for nothing. I've had people to, sometimes I bake a cake for a friend or something for their birthday. And I've had them come back and tell me, you owe me a cake for my birthday. You did. And I had to stop somebody and tell them one day, oh, really? I owe you? What do I owe you for? Why do I owe you? What are you doing for me? And then I had to let them know, you telling me I owe you a cake for your birthday? When I baked you a cake, I baked that cake out of the kindness of my heart. Not because I owed you anything. I don't owe you a thing. And I left it right there, and I have not had that person say anything else to me. But I will say this. Once I started with my business, and I do dinners and I cater. And once I started doing that, I started learning. And everything has been learning experience. And I pray and I think I'm grateful because I know that even with your business, that it might be a passion, but when you finally make it a business, it's going to be some stepping stones and some things that you're going to have to learn along the way. It's a rhythm that you have to learn with it. And one of the things that I learned is that not only am I not going to have the people that I'm supporting support me, but you're not going to please everybody. Not everybody's going to be happy or comfortable with whatever it is that you're doing. You're going to have people that are going to hate and they're going to act ignorant because of what you're doing and not be respectful of what you're doing and how you're doing it. And they're going to have negative things to say. And it may be just because it was your idea, not theirs. It doesn't really matter. The point is, when you do what you do it because it's your love and your passion for what you're doing. And you stay true to yourself in doing it. Don't look for anybody to justify you in anything that you're doing. You don't need them to make you accountable. You love what you do, and you do it anyway. It's just that the people that are going to respect and appreciate what you do are not right there. They're not up under your nose. You don't see them every day. You got to move away from your comfort zone. If I had taken my gift basket business to a location where people would have appreciated it, I would still have a brick and mortar right now. But I was comfortable being in a place that was convenient for me to get to. And I know sometimes that's important, but if you can, go where the need is. No shade on anybody. I get my nails done. I just started by getting my nails done. A lot of women get their nails done. A lot of men get pedicures and they get manicures too. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but when the people that have these nail salons, when they come to work, they usually come in a van. They all come together in a van, and they don't live around the corner. They go where the need is. So, you got to be mindful of the fact that your calling is calling. That's the subject matter. I don't know if I mentioned that. That's the subject matter I'm discussing today. Your calling is calling. It's calling because this is a time for young men and women, older men and women, to become entrepreneurs in what your passion is. It's already calling you to do it. You just have to take that leap of faith. You don't have to have a brick and mortar. Right now, why would you want to create, unless you have to. You don't have to have a brick and mortar. That's overhead. You can do whatever you're going to do right there from your home, and just start out with word of mouth. And just remember, that word of mouth, man, that be the ones that's going to support you. And a lot of times those people, when they're hateful, they're not going to share the blessings that they get with other people because they feel like they don't want to give you the money for what you're doing. They don't want anybody. They don't want to make you richer. They don't want to make you more prosperous. They don't want to make your business grow. And that's the bottom line. But you got to know that your customers are already there and they're just waiting on you to give them whatever it is, and they're willing to pay you whatever you say that you want for whatever that is that you do your best. And eventually, you may not even be going to that job. This might be your new career. Or you will say, you know what, that's cool. I'm going to go to this job because it's going to pay the bills. But it's something about that passion that when you can get gratification out of what it is that you do and you can see how it's benefiting other people, even if it comes to a point where you have to stay on that job or it comes to a point where you have to stay with that job until you build your business up, it's a stepping stone. And be grateful for that. Despise not small beginnings. I don't know if I might have time, but I want to share this with you. When I first started, there was a woman I had cooked for her family. She lost her husband. I cooked a lot of food, took it over to her house, and her grown daughter was there at the time. And the grown daughter says, such a person brought some food over. And what I liked about them is that when they brought the food over, it was still hot. Wow, I'm close to them in proximity. And so I didn't say anything, but I found it funny that this is a grown woman acting like a child, talking like a child. But then the mother thought it was funny too. I said, you know what, I'm going to dismiss these people. I'm never going to take it to heart. I did. So I gave her my menu. She ordered some food one day when I started doing my catering from home. Well, I shouldn't say that, but anyway, I started catering. And when I got the order back from her, I happened to call her up because I usually checked on her because she lost her husband. And I called her up, and she had missed my call. And she called me back. She said, "Did you call me?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm just checking on you, see how you were doing, blah, 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 blah." And she started telling me. And I said, "Well, good." I said, "I know you had your grandkids, but did you get a chance to enjoy your dinner?" "I didn't enjoy this. I didn't enjoy that. I didn't enjoy this. I didn't enjoy that. And I went to the store to buy this. And I went to the store to buy that because I like my this and I like my that. And I was going to cook it and bring it over to your house so you can get it. So you could taste it and see how." And I didn't say one word. And I was telling the lady friend of mine, she said, "What did you say?" I said, "I didn't say a word. I didn't say a word because I needed to know that everybody's not going to appreciate what you do or how you do it. And you got to always remember, beloved, you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. Now, I'm not saying that I was having a bad day then. You're just always going to have some people that are, throw some shade no matter whether it's a super bright sunny day or I'm trying to keep it clean or they just shady. Okay? The people are just going to be shady sometimes. They just not going to hate you without a cause. The Bible says that. Okay? But let your enemies be your footstool. See, I had a lot to learn from that experience because even though it was my calling that was calling me, I had to acknowledge the fact that I don't want everybody's money. I don't want everybody's business. I don't care about my business growing slow. That doesn't matter to me. I want to take my time and I want to make sure that everything is in perspective because sometimes I forget to put this in the bag or that in the bag. I'm in a hurry and I got to run and do deliveries and I'm leaving my husband here. He might forget. So these are stepping stones. These are learning experiences that I'm experiencing as I'm developing my business. But in everything that we do, we're always learning. Don't think that when you get your business down pat that, oh, yeah, I got this, I've been doing it. You're going to forget some things. You're going to have some bad days. You're going to have some good days. You're going to have some exceptional days. But you're going to always have somebody that's not going to appreciate what you do and how you do what you do. And that's why I always say, thank you, God, for giving me my customers. Because I don't want everybody's money. It's not important to me. If I don't work, it's not important to me. But for me to do something I enjoy doing and I see the smile on people's faces and they call me back and they tell me how much they enjoyed the meal, how delicious it was, or the basket that I made. Oh my God, it was so beautiful. I didn't know it had all this stuff in there. And what was this? And they really liked it. They buy something for someone else, or they buy something for themselves. And I get a lot of praise from that. And whether I get praise from man, it doesn't bother me. Yes, everybody needs encouragement, but the importance of it is to know that you're doing your passion. It's your passion that's calling. And don't worry about what people think about it, say about it. Just do you. Do you. Because you always going to have somebody throwing some funky shade. You know, they always going to have something negative to say. And you're not going to have the people supporting you that you think. Family doesn't necessarily support you when you have a business. I hate to say it. Your friends don't support you when you have a business. And don't expect everybody to support you every time you have something. People don't have the money to invest into you and your dream that you have. But ask them to share that information, because there's somebody out there that's looking for what you have, but closed mouth doesn't get fed. People don't share. A lot of times people don't share. If you got something good, sometimes people don't share for obvious reasons. Maybe they don't want people to have, oh, it's going to take away from what they want. Sometimes people just don't want to share because they feel like, I don't want you to gain any, notoriety or financial gain from what you're doing. Sometimes people just want, you got all kinds of people. But listen, it comes down to your calling. That's your calling. Your calling is calling. If you just focus on what it is that you need to do to get it going, and sometimes it's not even focusing, it's just doing it. It took my daughter to say, you've been talking about this, Mom. Go on and sell that gumbo. You get that gumbo? My daughter made some phone calls. I had people in the driveway. The driveway is not big enough to be a circular drive. I had to have people wait for people to go in and get their gumbo, so the other people, the line of people coming in to get gumbo. And it was because not just her, but I had her and I had other people encouraging me to go for it. But when she made that phone call, I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Blessings. But then I had people that know me that may share with one or two people, and people that I know that know them, but they may not even know that I know. He or she didn't even tell me. I'm not surprised. I had somebody that got some and took it to some gumbo and took it to somebody else so they can inspect it to tell them. And they had nerve to come back and tell me that the person said that the gumbo was not a cheap bowl and they put quality product in it. I'm not going to give you something I'm not going to give myself. And I don't like mess. I may not be looking like I want to look, And I'm getting used to this, whatever. But I'm quality, baby. Top. And I don't serve anybody anything less than what I want for myself. And I put my heart and my soul into everything that I do. If I have to make 2 cakes to give you one good one, or 3, I'm going to do that because my name is on my product. If I give you a bowl of gumbo, you better believe it's a bowl of gumbo I'm going to give my kids or my family. I don't do business like that. If I make a basket, I'm going to make a basket that's made for me or someone that I love, because that's what's in that basket. That's how I do business, no matter what it is I do. If I give you a glass of water, it's going to be the same glass of water that I want. Only difference is I'm going to ask you, do you want it room temperature or do you want it ice cold? Because I'm going to respect and appreciate you for allowing me to serve you. That's who we are as children of the Most High God. Do your calling. Your calling is calling. Get out here and do your thing. And look, put it on there. Let me know how you're doing with it. Make some comments. Let me know how you are receiving the vision that God has given me to share with you about the topics that I'm discussing. Like my videos. Share them, but most of all, listen and be fed. Okay? God bless you.